What's up, YouTube? It's been ages since I've done a video, but it is that time of year. And yes, I'm in the bathroom, in case you're wondering why it's echoing so bad. Why? Because I just want to. Don't worry, I'm not on the crapper or anything. I just, it's mainly so I'm separated from everybody out there. But I'm going to give you my 2014 NFL predictions. This is regular season only. Of who wins the divisions, first, second, third, fourth, and then I'm going to go through all the 32 teams and tell you the records and the reasons why. Well, with most of them. We'll start in the AFC. New England Patriots 11-5. Tom Brady, as much as they're getting old, I think Tom Brady's the only thing holding that team together. As long as Tom Brady's a part of that team, they're always going to be relevant. So, they win the division at 11-5. Miami Dolphins 10-6. I actually like them to probably beat New England once this year and give New England a run for their money. I like Miami's defense. Their offense stunk it up last year towards the end, but their defense looked pretty damn good. They just get their offense back on track again. I think the Miami Dolphins could actually possibly beat New England out of the division title at this point. New York Jets 8-8. I really don't see nothing about the Jets other than 8-8. I really don't know much about them. I know they got Geno Smith. I know they got Rex Ryan. I don't know if Geno Smith's still going to be the starting quarterback. I have no clue. I don't pay attention to him, but 8-8. Buffalo Bills 8-8, even though E.J. Manuel looks like he's going to be a great quarterback, but the fact that he got injured last year, he's basically doing his rookie year all over again. He needs that time to build. So the Buffalo Bills, while I'll think they'll be good in a year or two, they won't do nothing this coming season. I'll put them at 8-8 at best. My division, this is really tricky now. I'm going to shock you with this, kind of. Well, some of you it's going to be a shock. Baltimore Ravens, I actually like them to win that division at 11-5. I just think there's something about the Ravens. I don't know why. This division's so hard to decide right now because, yeah, I wanted to pick my team, of course, to win the division, but I just don't see it happening this year. I really don't, especially since, they're going to start Andy Dalton, but whatever. I don't want to talk about them. I'm in a good mood today, so we'll talk about them another day. Baltimore Ravens 11-5. Pittsburgh Steelers 9-7. They'll make the wild card, but I think the Steelers are just getting old. I mean, they're kind of in the same boat the Patriots are. Ben Roethlisberger, hell of a quarterback, but fortunately you can't do it by yourself, and I think the Steelers defense is getting old, still viable, but it's old. But I like them to go 9-7 and at least get a wild card spot. Cincinnati Bengals 7-9 at best. Believe me, I looked at their schedule, like I said, I'll get that posted out to you. But believe me, I mean, you start Andy Dalton, man, we're going to be 7-9 at best. Start McCarron or Campbell in week 1. I don't care. Preferably McCarron because he's younger, but whatever. Anybody than Andy Dalton right now. So, yeah, 7-9. It's going to be a disappointing season for us, but we're used to that, whatever. Cleveland Browns 6-10, even though Johnny Manziel is starting. I know this, but we know how rookie quarterbacks go in this league. They never usually go well, so it takes a while for them to adapt to the league. So the Browns 6-10. I mean, it's still the Cleveland Browns we're talking about, so that doesn't change nothing. Even though the Browns did make some good moves this offseason, but it takes a while to develop all that. So Indianapolis Colts 12-4. I like for them to win that division pretty easily. I mean, I really don't see anybody else in that division that could give them a challenge to Tennessee, Houston, and Jacksonville. I mean, come on. I mean, Texans are in shambles. Titans, I'd say the Titans probably got the chance more than any of them. If you want to get, who has the better chance? But Colts 12-4, Tennessee Titans 9-7, Houston Texans 7-9, Jacksonville Jaguars 5-11. I know the Texans and Jaguars have new quarterbacks starting, but like I said, it falls under the same category. Rookie quarterbacks do not favor well in this league. So, there's that. And the final division, Denver Broncos 12-4. Obviously, I don't see anybody beating them out. Kansas City Chiefs 10-6. Had a great start last year, but they slipped up towards the end, so I'd like them to at least get a wild card and be kind of competitive. San Diego Chargers 8-8 and Oakland Raiders 6-10. I mean, whatever. Don't really care about that division. All right, now the NFC. Philadelphia Eagles win the division at 11-5. I just think the Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Foles is a good deal, and I really don't see outside the Giants that's going to give them any problems. So I like the Eagles to win that division this year. They should have made the playoffs last year, or I can't remember. I don't think the Eagles made the playoffs last year, but if they didn't, they should have because they were good enough to be in there. They did make the playoffs. God dang. They did make the playoffs. I haven't watched. See, you forget about the NFL over the summer. The Eagles did make the playoffs last year, and I think they will make it again this year and win the division. So, New York Giants 10-6. I look for them to bounce back after that horrible start last year. They'll go 10-6 and at least give the Eagles a run for their money, possibly even win the division. But it's the Giants. Dallas Cowboys 8-8. Come on. I mean, do we really expect more from the Cowboys right now than 8-8? I mean, Jesus. You signed Brandon Whedon. You signed Brandon Whedon. Whatever. 8-8 at best. Cowboys suck. Bottom line. Even though they're my mom's favorite team, but I'm sorry. It just doesn't... Whatever. Dallas Cowboys 8-8 at best. Washington Redskins 7-9. RG3, I'll see how he does this year, but I think he's a bust. But we'll see how he does this year. I don't know. That division's really up for grabs. Outside the Cowboys, them three teams, it's up for grabs. I don't know. Green Bay Packers 11-5. Obviously, they're the best team in that division. I mean, the Bears re-signed Jay Cutler. We all know Jay Cutler sucks. Josh McCown did more in 7 games or 6 games, whatever the fuck it was, than Jay Cutler did all year. So, whatever, and the year before that. And the Detroit Lions, yeah, they got potential, but they're finding ways to lose. And the Minnesota Vikings, yeah, they got a new quarterback, but seems like Minnesota, it seems like they could have 20 first-round picks and they still find a way to go under 500. So, Green Bay Packers 11-5, Chicago Bears 9-7 at best, because really the other two, I just don't see them giving them a fight. Detroit Lions 7-9, Minnesota Vikings 5-11. So, there you go. This one's going to shock you. Carolina Panthers 12-4, win the division outright. I think Carolina's going to really get it done this year. I really think they really turned it around. The only team I see them giving any type of problems is the Saints. So, but I like them to actually edge the Saints out and win them by 1 game. 12-4. New Orleans Saints 11-5. Atlanta Falcons 8-8. Tampa Bay 7-9. Those two teams I really could give a shit less about. So, who cares? And the final division, this is probably the toughest division in football going into the season, easily. So, the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers, I both picked a tie at 12-4. I think they split in the regular season. But it's going to be interesting to see how they do. So, I both got them at 12-4. The Arizona Cardinals, do not sleep on the Cardinals. I'm saying it right before the season starts. Do not sleep on the Arizona Cardinals. I think they're going to give San Fran and Seattle a run for their money. I really do. I think they looked up. The only downfall I see is Carson Palmer, but I don't know, man. They managed to get it done in Seattle last year with Carson Palmer throwing 4 interceptions. Believe me, Cardinal fans were used to that. And St. Louis Rams, I got them at 9-7. I think everybody in that division goes above 500. I just think they all 4 got great potential. Obviously, Seattle and San Fran, that goes without saying. But Arizona and St. Louis, you can't count them out. So, is it possible for all 4 teams in one division to make the playoffs? I don't know if it is or not. I don't know if it's ever been happening, but I think they all go above 500 easily. So there's your predictions. I know I went through that kind of fast, but it is what it is. I haven't brought you guys a video in a long time, so it's been about a month. So get back to it soon, and I'll give you my schedule soon of the Bengals schedule, even though at this point I really could give a fuck less. But we'll see you guys soon.